You know, in this other video up here about scientists prove that evolution, prove creationism and intelligent design. Or actually, they said intelligent design. They're trying to get away with that intelligent falling, I suppose, as a word for gravity. How stupid! Come on, listen. You people are trying to push a personified mythological story, trying to explain the beginning of life, and there's no reason for that. Why do you keep insisting on living in the Stone Age? Do you really want to teach your children this kind of science? Do you really? Do you expect to get treated by a doctor who learned from this kind of science? Who believes that this kind of science is real? Do you really want to get treated by a doctor like that? Come on, you got to be crazy. He'd stand there and he'd start praying and laying his hands on you and saying, "Yeah, I'm a born again Christian. You'll be just fine." The fuck? Are you nuts? Are you out of your minds, you people? You prove creationism? Well, then let's see some. Come on. I mean, this God of yours already scared enough to tell you who he is. Show his existence. Just come out and show it. Say, listen, I'm a God. I'm omnipotent. I'm tired of watching you people torture each other. It makes me cry. Darn it. You're supposed to be human beings, supposed to love each other. You're making me cry. Stop it. That's what a real God with compassion would probably do. You freaking idiots seem to think you're supposed to stand up there on the sidelines and be all powerful, but make mistake after mistake after mistake and keep killing everybody for one reason or another. Yeah, Sodom and Gomorrah, and then he drowns everybody, and then does the Egyptian thing, with killing everybody and all the firstborn and all that. We already proven that was just those were the effects of a volcano that had hit the Mediterranean at that same time. You people are just nuts. Do you realize the Hebrews were actually mercenaries? Yeah, they weren't stonemasons or slaves. They were freaking mercenaries. They were over there. They lived up there near the Sea of Reeds because that's the only place the Egyptians wanted to put them because they were afraid of them. Whoever heard of slaves going up out of a country armed? Well, that's what the Bible says. That the Jews went up out of the country armed and took all the gold and silver from all the merchants and everything. Yeah, they ransacked the towns on the way out. See, all these things that you think are some kind of an act of a god or a Jesus or something are really just explanations of how history happened. And they thought they're so superstitious, they personified it all. And if it was something bigger than they could understand, well, of course, it was some god that did it. And you people still, in the 21st century, still, I just don't get it. I mean, do you really, really want to be treated by a doctor who learned science from the likes of you? Or whose real only exposure to a museum is the Creation Museum at Liberty College. Have you seen that one? Yeah, Jesus, dinosaurs, saddles, and come on, you people. You realize that, don't you, that if you don't teach evolution and real science, that your doctors are all going to grow up like witch doctors or something. They're going to have to learn voodoo because you're saying biology and evolution aren't real. They don't work. It's not true. What the fuck? Your doctors will never learn anything right. Go ahead. You show me a strictly Christian medical college, and I'll show you no medical doctors. Yeah. You think they would be certified out of a college like that? Do you? Honestly? I bet you circumcise your children too, don't you? Because you think this God or a bunch of Jews sat around a table with their nasty, perverted, pedophile asses and thought that to prove to their God they love it, they want to cut and slice their baby boy's penis up. What in the fuck is wrong with you people? Yeah, that's all part of it, and you know it. The whole thing. If you're going to do part, you got to do the whole thing. If you think your God is real, the Bible is true, then you better listen to all of it, you son of a guns. All of the Bible. And if you don't, you're just a hypocrite, and you really know the difference, and you really know the truth. And you would never want to be treated by a doctor who learned his crap at Liberty College. Yeah, you people are just too funny. You didn't prove a damn thing. You said, we're proving that creationism is true. You didn't prove nothing. You didn't say anything. And you're a bunch of lawyers and philosophers. Those aren't the people you want to talk to when you're talking about biology and evolution. You stupid fools. You think people really care what they say? And as a matter of fact, not one of them said anything about creation or God. They all talked about evolution. In fact, the whole movie was about Dawkins. Darwin and evolution. So, what did you prove? You only proved that all those scientists follow evolution. That's what that movie showed. That's what your conversation showed. Dumbasses. Well, wake up. We'll see you on the other side, as they say. The other side of reality. Jeez, man. Get some reality. Why don't you? And later. That's my answer. Get some dogged determination, some rational thought, and you'll understand what I'm saying. Otherwise, you're going to be lost forever. But once again, would you really like to be treated by a doctor who learned his craft at Liberty College? Yeah, I wouldn't either.